cool.
Weird.
We're seeing Deadpool! Oh my gosh!
Think that one yet. My sister has it. Yes. It's you.
Wintertime here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane,
Hello, Forrest.
you got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Time for my summer sizzle. Cool as a cherry popsicle.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's happening. It's dish time.
I've always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello, everyone. This is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. We're not sure what is going on. I hope that you can hear me. Okay, I can hear me. All right, so just so you know, on my end, StreamYard is being extremely bizarre. Normally, the things that I can do, being able to click around, all that kind of stuff, very, very simple, very easy, very straightforward. But for the last couple days that I've been trying to use StreamYard, it has not worked correctly, guys. I am so sorry. Yeah, I believe the sound is coming through and everything, but like I noticed that as I was trying to play the intro feed and I clicked on a comment. So it's really simple, right? From the studio. Click on a comment here and it should pop up there, and it does, and then I click on hide and it goes away, right? Has anyone else been to Epic Universe recently? Very simple. But yeah, for some reason when I clicked on it before, it just froze up completely. Anyhow, thank you guys for being here for the dish tonight. Welcome back, Fun Fam. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome to Follow the Bradley's Fun. This is the dish. Used to be daily, but now we don't do it daily. We do it on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. So from now on, provided that the tech is working, we'll be doing this show on Sundays at 3:15 in the afternoon. Right, so follow up to Hollywood with Lou and You on T3PO, and then just prior to the pro shows on Monday nights and Wednesday nights. The pro show comes on at 10 p.m. We're going to come on from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and fill in that gap. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Let me see if my media assets are working. And if they are, if they are, we thank you for, oh, see, there it is. I'm frozen again. Now, I'm curious to know if, well, it sounds like my, okay. All right, so it sounds like my mic is still working, right? So I just checked that, and my mic is working, and I am frozen up. So everything that is video on my end right now is completely locked up, and I don't know why that is. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of bizarre because it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, but here we are. And it makes it sort of like not possible to do the show the way I need to. Yeah, this is I don't know if it's because, see, now there it is. Now I'm back, unfrozen. All right. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for being the energon that gets us here, right? The energon to our Transformers. Let's see if this works.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Yeah, I wonder what that is, though. I have no idea. Let's say hi to as many people as we can in the chat. Let me see here. Kanan Barnes was first in the door this evening. He says, hello, all. Just Nita is here. Good to see you, Just Nita. Inside, indeed, very tragic. Kathleen at Fantasy, my mom, is in the house. Hi, Mom. Fairbrick Studio is here. Let's see here. Native Hawaiian, aloha. And our good friend TJ Magnify Tom is here. So I don't know, Tom. are you on X? I don't know if you're on X, but I've been writing X. Anybody that's on X or Twitter can see my posts and see that I've been writing them about the whole thing. That is something that YouTube has decided to do arbitrarily. They haven't given me a very good reason for it, but they have decided to do it. Aaron Fletcher, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. And DL Fendel is here. Linda is here. Good to see you, Linda. Going Shogi says afternoon because he is in California. Epic is awesome. Jess Hart's Theme Parks is here. My beautiful wife is in the chat. She said, hola a todos. That's hi to everybody. This is me on my other channel saying hi. Says good evening. Let's see what else we have here. The Newsboys 65. Good evening. Hello there. Good to see you out there. Sounds great. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, let's see if we freeze up again. I don't know. You are from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Izzo's place is here. And Go and Shogi says we hear you. That's when I was frozen, perhaps. Don't mean that. Let's see here. Izzo, see you. Jess Hart's Theme Parks. Who else? Anyone? I'm just trying to make sure that I've caught up with everybody in the chat. 80s man. I need a beefier computer. Yes, I do. So, since I need a beefier computer, if anybody wants to super chat me $2,000, that'd be great. That would be awesome. Oh, golly. I have to laugh about that. Yep. All righty. Well, that is, by the way, if anybody does throw down a super chat or super sticker, member milestone chat, becomes a member of the channel, anything like that during the show, we're going to throw down a celebration. Hopefully that will work, and it would look something like this if it does work.
Is it too much? Too much. It's perfect.
Oh, this is just the best of my scene. All right, now we've got a panelist. Some panelists. My cohorts are here. Cohorts. Well, this one's a cohort because it's Jess Hart's Theme Parks. Jess, how you doing this evening?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. I didn't realize that there was that much sunlight out at Epcot right now here at 8 p.m. But hey, it looks great. So
I had to pull out the old ring light because the lights in my office are burnt out and I didn't get to the store to get bulbs. So
I'm telling you,
it's a sunny day.
Y'all have technical issues, man. I feel like if this keeps up, my budget is going to end up being the same as MSNOW. So that which is what they're becoming. You know that, right?
I saw that, yeah.
MSNBC is MSNOW. And adding to the stage, Mr. Tom F., who looks like a dog playing the guitar. And now a pirate. Can't hear you.
Because I muted myself.
Oh, you muted.
Muted.
Thomas muted himself.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's good. And now coming to us from a different time and a different place.
Doc, calm down, okay? Just calm down. It's me, it's Marty.
No, it can't be you. I sent you back to the future.
Hey, Doc, that's right, but I came back again. I came back from the future. Don't you remember last night? You fainted. I brought you home.
This can't be happening. You can't be here. It doesn't make sense for you to be here. I refuse to believe that you are here.
But he is here. The great LW Ghost is in the house.
Well, you know, time is an illusion, and lunchtime doubly so. Yes. So that's all I've got to say on that dimension.
I wonder how much freezing I'm going to. Man, I'm freezing more than the Walt animatronic at Disneyland right now.
Yeah, except Vash was there yesterday, day before, and was hoping to get some video of it freezing, and it didn't. When did you think there was a time when you would go to a park and hope it broke and it didn't? That just shows you what a warped world we live in.
Well, I haven't been on Tiana's Bayou Adventure in a long time, so I have no idea how the animatronics are doing there, but I just don't have a desire to ride it. The one thing I ride every time I get a chance is Living with the Land, because Living with the Land is it's the most right, the most correct, the most correct.
You prefer real okra to dancing fake okra? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I do, and real cacao and all of that stuff. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a post today. This woman was taking her boyfriend to Disney World for his first ever trip, and went through showing him pictures of the different attractions and asked him to name what they were. And when he saw Tiana's, he said that he thought it might be Diane's Swamp Adventure.
Diane's Swamp
But
Adventure.
I think going forward, that's what I'm going to be referring to it.
Diane's Swamp Adventure.
Diane.
Like Diane Disney?
Maybe.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Have you seen my Broccoli Hill? If you haven't had a chance, just watch it. It's just a parody that's on the channel.
I'll have to go look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. We've got Izzo's Place coming in with a member for 13-month chat. That is awesome, Izzo's Place. Thank you for that support, dude. Milestoned dude. Yes, you got the milestoned. Hey, it is what it is. Let's see if we have a celebration for that, and let's see if the celebration works. It'll be so fun.
Every time I see that, I think in a galaxy far away, they're dancing like disco 70s, right?
That's right. Well, they certainly were in the good times, before the dark times, before the Iger years. Gosh, we had so much fun at Star Wars weekends when that was a thing. Hollywood Studios, every time they've tried to improve that park over the last decade and a half, it has been a downgrade. And I'm trying to think of one thing that they put in that I actually think is better than what was there. I'm not saying the things that are there are horrible. Galaxy's Edge, has a lot of good to it. Toy Story Land has good to it. The Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has good to it, but none of it is as special. None of it has the feeling that Hollywood Studios had when you had the Backlot Tour and Catastrophe Canyon and Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show and the Great Movie Ride. The Great Movie Ride, especially because it was so unique. There was nothing like that at any other place in the entire planet. And to get rid of that, especially right after you bought all the Fox properties that you now have the rights to all those movies, and you can just redo the ride, it would have been amazing. But I do want to start getting on to stories, especially with the fact that I don't know how long this whole tech stuff is going to last and work properly and all of that stuff. So let me see if I can get this on the screen. And because I want to start with our headline story, and that is that they have, like, the rivers of America are draining. The Magic Kingdom right now, the state that it is in, which is really interesting because they're trying to balance the fact that they've got the Halloween party, fall decor going on, but they got a lot of other things going on at the Magic Kingdom that are making it not so magic right now. So I'm going to put this on the screen. This is my post out of X. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Hey, that's me. I know me. This was so interesting to me because I wasn't expecting much out of this post, but I just put current state of the Magic Kingdom. I don't know. Is there any way to get this promote thing off of there? Does anybody know? I've never seen that before. So, but basically it just says it's the current state of the Magic Kingdom, and there are the pictures, as you can see. It is
really bad.
It looks awful. This is all on stage. Somebody had asked me. It says Mr. Monk said when I was there last week they had construction walls up. Well, if you look at this picture, you can actually see the construction walls. Yeah. So the reason I'm able to take this is because the construction walls don't butt up to the wooden walkway that is adjacent to the actual former Rivers of America. But the construction walls are actually in this photo. You can see the blocked off dock area for the Liberty Bell. The Haunted Mansion is back around there. Let's see if, there is the birds were out there resting on the track, which I thought was funny. It just none of this is good. And if we go over to thatparkplace.com, and I'll share that on the screen. Let's see if it works. Okay, there it is. Disney begins draining Rivers of America for site preparation at the Magic Kingdom. It's this is where we're at, and this article is by Chan Lee out of That Park Place. This is a VIP article, by the way. So if you are subscribe to That Park Place, you get the VIP access, and there you go. As of August 2025, draining of the Rivers of America is visibly underway after it and Tom Sawyer's Island have been permanently closed. Construction barriers have been placed around affected areas, and water levels have dropped significantly over the past 2 weeks. Over the summer, the water levels have dropped significantly, revealing concrete, riverbed, and the tracks of the Liberty Bell.
I will only point out that if and when construction ever gets going, all of the walls in the world are not going to hide A, cranes, and B, noise, and C, exhaust from bobcats and whatever else are in there. So it's going to be like, living next to a construction site.
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely correct. It's interesting because the post that I put up on X, and am I frozen? Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming back and forth.
I know. Every time I go to X always, for some reason, whenever I have X up during a StreamYard show, those two tabs seem to interfere with each other horribly, and I don't know why, but they do. Let me see, because I was trying to show there was an interesting repost of my original post on X, and I'm going to see if I can bring it up. If that says close, okay. Where are the
anyway?
But
keeping ye old ball rolling, such as it is. It's funny. I was thinking just now, if we saw this swamp and it was at Epic, we'd say, "Oh, they are building the Creature from the Black Lagoon."
Yes, indeed.
Way to stay positive.
I like that, Lou. I like that.
But talk about positive. I saw a Pixie Duster article the other day. Good news. What was the good news? It was about the riverboat. And the good news was they haven't torn it down yet.
Oh.
was, look, it's here in this
Perfect.
backstage marina, and they haven't torn it down yet. Isn't that exciting? And I'm going,
well, the thing is, because people are spreading rumors that it was already torn down. I've seen that posted as well. Is that
Yeah.
Really?
why would they do anything that fast? It's Disney.
yeah, exactly.
People who
Of
took
course
6 years to build a copy of A Ride from China are not about to do anything fast. I just think that they've written things off. I don't know if you saw that story, but apparently the somebody in Anaheim, or not Anaheim, in Orange County has come up with the fact that $2 billion with a B dollars of added income has come to the Orlando area since Epic opened.
Oh wow!
And that was the thing. They were just, oh well, we don't have to match it. We can just do our thing, and people will come here anyway because we're the mouse. Yeah, I want to bet. $2 billion that went to Orlando and not to Disney.
Yeah, that's telling.
Yeah, because there are so many people. And this is what I really bugs me when people say this, but you hear it all the time here. Oh my gosh! But without Disney, what would Florida be if like there are people that literally seem to believe that that Disney holds the entire state together, and it doesn't.
Speaking of the state of Florida, did you see that Playboy is moving their headquarters from L.A. to Miami Beach because it's too expensive?
Away from there. He's going to get
too
in trouble.
expensive. He said it's too expensive to do business in L.A. anymore, and we got to get out of California. So there you go. Oh, and did you see they were going to? I'm trying to think if it was Texas or Florida. You know that alligator Alcatraz. They were going to build another one and call it Deportation Depot. And they came up with some merch with a logo that was too close to Home Depot's, and they sued or threatened to, so they had to pull it back.
All right. All right. So, how many of you on the panel know who Eddie Sato is?
Sure.
Yes, it's great.
I do, but can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
We got you back.
All right. So this is what I wanted to bring up. I think I can do it here. So Eddie Sato, which I was surprised.
No.
Like Eddie Sato retweeted this post. It had over 30-something thousand views. I was really surprised because I'm like nobody on X, you know. But Eddie Sato says about this, I wonder if the Disney Springs bottling plant, quote unquote bottling plant, because it's not real. I wonder if the Disney Springs bottling plant is going to sell what was removed as collectible river water. I thought that was brilliant.
I'm sure they thought of it, and then the lawyer said if somebody gets sick, that will be a mistake. So,
yeah. Oh my god!
But I guarantee you they thought of it. Remember, these are people who sold light bulbs from the electrical parade for what, 10 years, 15 years?
So here are some more of my photos from that day. I was there last Thursday. All right, guys. Last Thursday, beautiful day. If you don't mind 1 billion degree heat weather, whatever. But I mean, because I was kind of surprised that the river wasn't completely dried up at this point because it's just been so hot. But because there's obviously draining / evaporation, right? And I'm trying to see. Yeah, so here's a shot where you can see the track as it goes around. You can see where the river's drained. This just looks awful. This is the epitome of what I was taught as a cast member would be called bad show. Yeah. And that is one of the currently 5 keys, but it was 4 key basics. The basics were safety, show, courtesy, and efficiency, and in that order for a reason. Obviously safety number 1, but show was the most important thing to the company prior to them putting in the inclusion key. And I'm not even kidding you about this, and this is when we talk about DEI, when we talk about wokeness, and we talk about the distraction that messaging is, literally when they came up with the inclusion key, they put the inclusion key in the center of everything else and made it the focus and more important than anything else. And we were taught that. And it was when that happened in, like, I want to say, was it 2021 when that happened? And I was working, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, we already have courtesy. How is inclusion not part of courtesy? And it was bizarre. But I don't know if this video is going to play. It may or may not come up.
It is wild to me just how shallow that river actually was.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly deep. 6 feet, maybe 5-6 feet.
Okay.
They do have mosquitoes in Florida, don't
and
they?
I'm assuming you can't.
A couple.
Oh my
Lots of
gosh!
them.
Yeah, pretty bad actually.
They have wings like
and the black bears.
like gators.
There was a black bear.
I'm just thinking all this swampiness is asking for trouble.
It's not good.
If it's not treated, yes.
What is bizarre to me, it's just like, it's how grotesque the water. It didn't look like that when it was up. I mean, how quickly that algae and all of that stuff forms.
Because the sun can get to it, because it doesn't have the depth of the water to filter it.
I think they'd be treated, but clearly don't have.
So you can see from this footage where I was. So like if you look to the right of the footage, you can see the walkway that I'm on, and how on the walkway there's no construction walls to block the view. It's just out there in the open for everybody to see.
I'm just guessing that's because they ran out, right? There's so many construction walls at all the parks that they ran out. Otherwise, why would you leave that visible? Talk about bad show. Just letting people see that is bad show.
It's the worst. I mean, I have seen the rivers drained before, like completely drained, and it's cleaned out, but I've never seen it look like this.
That's pretty rough.
And I will say,
when they drained it in Disneyland in order to cut off some of it to make room for Galaxy's Edge, they actually put banners across the ends that faced Frontierland of big photographic representations of what it would look like if the river was still there. They tried that hard anyway. Now,
Now, because I don't know if you can notice this in this particular photo, but right in the center of the photo, underneath that tree, those are the construction walls that are blocking this view from people on the other side if they were in front of Big Thunder, which is also closed right now.
Right.
And it's just incredibly ironic and almost pointless that they put these other construction walls up to block a view that is completely open everywhere else. It's just hard to believe that they would do this. And I don't know. To me, it makes me sad. That they let this happen at the Magic Kingdom. And I think I have a photo. Let me see if I can bring this up.
If I gave them more credit than I do, I would say they're leaving it that way so that when they finally build whatever they build, they'll say, see how much better it looks now?
Yeah.
But I don't think they're that clever, so.
My mom says, seems like Disney should offer free parking or discounted tickets during all this construction phase. No, they're raising prices. That's what they're doing. I wanted to see if I have a lot more photos of this, but I have one. And there's a point that I want to make if I can find this. There's a photo from BioReconstruct that has an overview of this, and I'm going to see if I can bring it up. If my browser will let me. It had some of the photos up. Let me see here. Okay. Yes, here it is. All right. So let me show you this out of BioReconstruct. All right. There's an overview of the Magic Kingdom. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, and it's very, very important, is if I can zoom in on this. Let me see here. There's the Rivers of America. Okay, you can kind of see the main hub over to the right, and then the Rivers of America to the left. Big Thunder. If you look at Big Thunder Mountain and you look at the area adjacent to it, that was Tom Sawyer's Island and the Rivers of America. Now, here's my issue. Do you see all that cleared area on the left?
Yep.
That is where they're going to set up all the construction buses and whatever, trailers, all of that.
Construction staging, as they call it.
That's the construction staging. Okay. If they have that much room for construction staging, and that's about 3 times the size of the Rivers of America, why couldn't you just build something over there? Yeah. You can also see, you can kind of see where the Villains Land is going to be behind Big Thunder Mountain. I believe Piston Peak is only going to take up the area that was the rivers and the main part of Tom Sawyer's Island before the bridge. And then after that is going to be the Villains Land. And then perhaps that, and then the area behind Big Thunder. But there's so much land that was available that they could have used, or even cut down the size of the Rivers of America, kept the main Tom Sawyer's Island portion. There is so much that they could have done to salvage this. And I was thinking today too, if they built Piston Peak behind Big Thunder Mountain and kept the main part of Tom Sawyer's Island, and that would actually make more cohesive sense to the theme of Frontierland, being as you have the westward expansion. And what did that lead to in the early 1900s when you started to have cars? Well, then you have the national parks and people starting to visit them with cars, and the last bastion of the frontier, if you will. But as it is now, there's no theming.
I said when they first talked about doing cars, I said, well, it's natural behind Big Thunder because it's Route 66.
Right.
Just do what they did at DCA and then everybody will be happy. But no.
Nope.
No. I mean, I know Tom is pretty much done with Disney at this point, right?
With that part, yeah. Yep. I might go to the Springs, hang out with you, but I'm done. I'm not buying another park ticket for there. Not happening.
And the thing is, Disney forgets that we have alternatives nowadays, and I think a lot of people are going to end up going to the alternatives when you see Magic Kingdom. There are, whenever I post something about this, there's always somebody who pops up that says, "Oh no, I'm so looking forward to Cars Land." But if I look at, first of all, usually those people are trying to be snarky in the comments. Second of all, those people are about 1 in every 50 to 100 comments. Everybody else saying, "I can't believe they're doing this. This is ridiculous." What is Kanan? Kanan Barnes says Disney Springs needs an Apple store to make it truly an outdoor mall. Do they have an Apple store? They don't have an Apple store yet.
Give it time.
I mean, they have plenty of places that sell like caramel apples, so like that could count. Caramel Apple store. Nita says they don't want Frontierland. And I think she's absolutely right. I think this is what the problem is. I believe that the DEI Stories Matter group came in and said, no more Tom Sawyer. No more American history, nothing more about the true American frontier. We're going to have the bears, the country bears. They're going to sing all modern songs. They're not going to do anything like that. I mean, it's basically Frontierland doesn't exist anymore. Big Thunder is the last bastion of anything that is set in the American frontier. And I think they're probably just going to retheme that and call it something else. Well, I mean, they could still call it Big Thunder Mountain, but it just, there's nothing Frontierland about Frontierland anymore. It's just, it's to me, it's a tragedy, and I hate seeing it. Is this the Joker quote? Izzo's place? Yeah. Bob, this resort needs an enema.
Well, with friends like Bob, who needs enemas?
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, there was that story out of that Park Place, and to go along with that, by the way, there's another interesting story, another potential DEI thing that we're seeing happen over also at the Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to share this, and let's see. I'm going to get rid of this tab. I'm going to get rid of this tab. And hopefully that will make the StreamYard work better. All right, so we've got a story out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't done so yet. The Magic Kingdom removes iconic Adventureland sign. Refurbishment or another modern update? This is out of thatparkplace.com by yours truly. I wrote this. Ron
I know that author.
Yes, that was me. Look at that. There's a picture.
Who let him write?
I know. Who let this guy write? I can't believe they let me write something.
Well, tell the truth. You wrote it in crayon because they don't allow you to use anything sharp.
That is true. That is true.
I thought it was a chalk stick. They gave him crayons. I feel jilted.
Yeah. I can't. Chalk can be sharpened. I can't use it. So, and plus the crayons taste delicious. I love that wax. It's yummy. So anyhow, they've removed the they've removed the Adventureland sign. I was there the other day. I talked to a cast member about this. She doesn't know what's going on. Disney has removed the iconic Adventureland sign in Magic Kingdom. Is this just a refurbishment, or have modern sensibilities struck again? Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World is changing dramatically. Big Thunder Mountain remains under refurbishment. Construction walls are up around the Pirates of the Caribbean and Frontierland. And the only remaining nod to America's frontier history seems to be the Country Bears, which now highlights modern Disney songs. As I said before, the rivers of America nearly drained, leading some to wonder if current Disney leadership has little reverence for America's frontier era history. Many point to Disney's DEI initiative, the supposedly Shuttered Stories Matter group, as influencing these changes. This small, select group reviewed park elements and media for anything they deemed offensive, often altering beloved attractions under the guise of inclusivity. The group was publicly visible on Disney's website, but as of February 2025, it quietly disappeared. And does that mean it's gone, or just working behind the scenes? The Adventureland sign removed as of this weekend. The Adventureland sign at the Magic Kingdom is missing. A PhotoPass opportunity remains in front of the sign's location. But when I asked a cast member about its removal, they had no details on when it went down or when it might return. And that's true.
They know nothing, Colonel Hogan. Nothing, I tell you.
And the funny thing about that is that when I was a cast member, I was not allowed to say the words, "I don't know." I could have gotten fired for telling a guest, "I don't know."
My wife said that also, that she could not say that.
Yeah, that was, you were not allowed to say, "I don't know." Now that happens all the time. Anyway,
do you remember when we first talked about Broccoli Adventure?
When we first talked about it,
and I was telling you that they're not done yet. They're going to ruin this park.
Oh yeah,
I really wish I was wrong.
Well, we all wish that you were wrong. I mean, that's my whole campaign of make Disney Walt again is about that. So anyway, that cast member estimated a couple weeks to a month. Disney routinely repurposes rides, signs, and other park elements, but
routinely do they?
Yeah, that's what they
Did
say.
you see the story that there was a directory sign in the Esplanade at Disneyland that was wrong for 7 years? And they finally fixed
yes.
it?
I thought it was more
So
than that. I
it's,
thought it was like
it's
15
routine.
years.
It's routine, you know.
But yeah, the complete removal of the sign and even moving the 50th anniversary of the Abu statue, that's the little monkey that belongs to Aladdin, that raises questions. And is this standard maintenance or is it a hint of later larger changes? So here's what happened with the Stories Matter and the Jungle Cruise. In 2021, Disney Stories Matter Group undertook changes to the Jungle Cruise attraction, removing and quote unquote reimagining, hate that word, elements they deemed problematic. While the ride's humor and adventure remain, new characters and storylines replace older scenes. Some guests view these changes as unnecessary, especially when a great skipper is what truly makes the attraction memorable. But the precedent shows how Stories Matter could influence even seemingly minor elements like the Adventureland sign. So yeah, we're wondering what's going on. It's unclear what's happening. You talk about this was interesting. While Stories Matter was active under CEO Bob Chapek, the group went into overdrive upon the return of current CEO Bob Iger in November of 2022. That was the elimination of the beloved Splash Mountain for a completely unnecessary downgrade to what we were talking about just now, Tom Tiana's Bayou Adventure, now the demolition of Tom Sawyer's Island and the Rivers of American Frontierland, just the latest victims of the Stories Matter group. Their dictation of what they deem right has left many questioning whether decisions once made publicly are now happening quietly behind the scenes. Is the Stories Matters group still operating? Are they in play under Bob Iger, who has made clear he is in full opposition to the current administration's desire to eliminate DEI practices? That's what we want to talk about. Like, what do you think, Lou? Do you think they're still in operation?
Of course.
I mean,
so many people in our various shows say things like, well, gee, if only somebody took over the company, if Apple bought it, if this and that and the other, they could just fire all these people. You know what the first thing would happen if anybody got fired for this? I was just following orders. How can you fire me? I was just doing what I was told to do. You can't fire me for following my supervisor.
Yeah.
So it's ingrained at this point.
That's what I'm most worried about. Is a lot of times when you open up Pandora's box, it can never be closed, no matter how hard you can try or pretend to have closed it. Justnita says they want Frontierland to go because PC Native American thinking, and yet Disneyland used to have an Indian chief you could take a picture with. Nothing but respect for the Native American culture. Yeah, it's true.
Not just a chief, Nita. There was a whole dance circle back there by where the canoes went at Disneyland, where they had Native American groups doing their native dances, and people enjoyed it. What a shock.
Yeah, I mean, the Native American culture, you would think that they want people to remember, right, what their cultures were like and how they lived their lives. And
but not so much how they slaughtered each other long before the white man ever showed up.
Yeah,
that part we don't talk about.
We definitely don't talk about the wars among themselves. There were, I want to say, over 500 different tribes across Central and North America, all the way up to Alaska, the Inuits. And I was actually studying that not too long ago with my son for history class. And there's so much to study when it comes to Native American culture prior to the white guy being here.
If you'd like to study it, there is a great book that I read years ago called 1491.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
It's all about what was here before, and it's brilliant. It's just brilliant.
My great grandmother is a Cherokee and Nez. I am part Cherokee. So for those people who wonder, I actually have far more Native American blood in me than one Pocahontas out of Washington, D.C.
Doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. Jess, what do you think of all this transformation at Walt Disney World? Is it, is it the way they should go? Should they get rid of history and anything that might offend 2 or 3 people in the crowd?
I think that we have seen from Disney at all of their parks this erase and replace mentality instead of adding more value to the parks, adding more things. Like we're taking things away that 1 or 2 squeaky wheels had a problem with maybe, and replacing them with things that just aren't the same quality of what used to be there. So that's sad to me. Like I grew up as a kid in the 90s going to the parks at that time, and that's when things are really just exploding. I mean, Eisner was going gangbusters with the parks and with the resorts, and now it just feels like we're trying to find a way to get all the Disney Plus content into the rides at this point. So it's disheartening.
Well,
I hope they change course.
This attitude, when you talked about how you were told not to say I don't know, many moons ago, when I was in high school, I went on a special student tour of the Soviet Union. And the teacher who led us from our high school had been there before, and he said, listen, the In-Tourist Guides, which is the official tourism agency, and they assign people to your group, they're nice people, but they can't tell you anything, controversial. So please just don't ask them the hard questions because you'll make them uncomfortable and you won't get anything anyway. Well, one little girl in our group, who, if I told you who she was related to, you'd be amazed. She was just stupid. And we're in the bus one time, I think it was at the Hermitage in Leningrad. And she asked, because we were killing time because we were waiting for people to show up. And she asked this nice young In-Tourist girl, so tell me, how come I don't see any books by Solzhenitsyn in the bookstores? And there was this long pause. And she said, well, 2 reasons, because you can't say no, like you just said. One reason is that when they come out, they're such a big hit, they're instantly sold out. And the other reason is that when they come out, they're such a flop, the stores don't want to stock them. And that was the mentality of the CCCP. And I hate to say it, but we see that kind of craziness all around us now, don't we?
Yeah. Well, Tom, who is apparently not going to go back to Magic Kingdom, what would it take for you to go back to Magic Kingdom? What would Disney have to do to win you back over, Tom?
A freaking time travel machine. No, honestly,
they had one of those in Tomorrowland.
It don't friggin' work.
Carousel
I
of
want to
Regress.
talk to Arnold. Get his Terminator to go back, and instead of going after Sarah Connor, go after Bob Iger.
That would be funny.
Come with me if you want to have fun.
I'm here for Bob Iger.
But no,
stick with the weather reporting.
This removal is systematic. They're doing it on purpose. Honestly, the only thing I'd go to Magic Kingdom for is if I wanted to go on a bender and see all the new bars.
Yeah,
what a culture shift that's been.
That's ridiculous. It's heartbreaking. And right before the pandemic, I took my granddaughter. I'm glad she got to see it. I have not been able to take my grandsons because I don't think it'd be fair for them to not get the same experience she did.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your jacket, your boots, and your mouse ears. That was funny, man. That was funny, Abe.
Oh man.
Yeah, and this worries me too. Tomorrow's part of the problem, and he ain't going to do anything, and that I'm very worried about.
Tomorrow's getting the job because he's solved the problem for the short term by making that deal in Arabia. Yeah. That's going to pay the bills while the parks here languish.
Yeah. I don't know if that can actually do it, Lou.
Well, it's going to fill the gap. It really is. Because I was watching, I don't know if you've ever seen these guys from Down Under, Review Time, who go over various theme park stuff.
Yep.
And they have a new one up where they have now, because they've officially been to all of them, they rated all the Disney parks around the world and made a best to worst list. And of course, Disney Sea is the best. Yeah. Second, believe it or not, is Disneyland. But after that, everything falls off rather rapidly. Mm-hmm. And the reason why Disney Sea and Tokyo Disneyland are so good is because they're willing to pay for it. Disney is willing to sell. They still know how to do the very best if they try hard, but only for prices that others can afford that they don't want to spend on themselves. Yep. That's to me the biggest contempt that this management shows for its American audience is, yeah, well, we'll give you the so-so stuff because the really good stuff is what gets paid for by the other guys. And that's going to be true in Arabia too. So,
well, that's where Disney's going. And the money is going to Abu Dhabi and not, what the money in spent in the American parks seems like they're just spending it to do more destruction than creation. And I guess we'll see where it goes from there. Native Hawaiian says, James All Day TV. You remember what Lee Harvey Oswald kept saying, Dallas PD pushed him down the corridor station. DeMauro would say the same thing because he would be the same thing.
Oh, that's a bit of a reach. I just hope that when he gets the big job, he can afford a tailor that isn't working in the little boys section at Saks Avenue. But that's just my own.
I wear some interesting jeans. I can't pull off stuff like that boy does. That's skinny and tight jeans, man.
Did you see?
He's the opposite of Sydney Sweeney. He doesn't have good.
He's
jeans.
the antithesis of high fashion. Let's put it that way.
Did you see Zelensky next to Trump today? I had no idea he was that
it's
tiny.
Like they put him in the dryer. It's like a shrunken down.
Trump's not a small guy.
No, Trump and I actually are about the same size, believe it or not. And
I don't believe it. I said, believe it or not, I don't. I'm sorry.
I think Zelensky is like my height.
He's a tiny dude. You know who?
Are you just 5 foot?
I'm 5'4", and I'm holding on to those 4 inches.
Yeah, I'm 6'3". So
was Zelensky when he was a comedian, holding on to those 4 inches. But that's another story. If you know anything about his act, but anyway.
Let's keep this clean here.
I was careful, wasn't I?
Yeah, I know. There's another
We're
story.
15 minutes. He's good.
Oh golly!
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
After the Rivers of America closure, Disney's Haunted Mansion queue now relies on massive industrial fans to beat the heat. And this is again out of that Park Place. This one,
your sweating pallor displays an aura of overheating.
Yeah, exactly.
I called it in the chat Marvin. To Dan's. I called in the chat the wall of death and the fans of death deathly smelled, or the fans of foreign tourists.
When I walk into my local Costco here in Northeast Ohio, they have giant cooling fans. Like they use cold water and like push through, and it actually gives cooler air. Like you'd think Disney could have found those if there was a need for it in those queues, because I guarantee there's no moving air in there right now. That's gross.
Well, I guess the point of this is that there's no air because of those construction walls blocking off what used to be a nice gentle breeze off the river. So
exactly. They're where in this picture over to the left, you actually see like foliage and trees and stuff. There's actually construction walls in that area right now, so it's blocking everything off. Guests heading to the Magic Kingdom this summer are being met with something more frightening than any ghost. Sorry, Lou, not to offend your ghostly or as foreboding, but or Ghoul inside the ride itself. Giant industrial fans are lined up in the outdoor queue. This is Wallen Ballin says this out of X. Yeah, this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
the
if it was
heat
me.
in the Haunted Mansion queue is insane. If it were up to me, I'd add a larger scenic American river next to the wall design, adding temperature relief and visual peace and calm the area while making Disney's park even more Walt. What a surprise. Yeah. Look at these things. Look at the picture.
Only someone would have thought about that, man.
Again, let's go back to good show. Anybody that's ever worked at Disney knows the term good show. This is horrible show. This is awful. And
they could have painted a bat on him or something, and made a joke out of it. But no.
Please don't spend money to come here. Go someplace else. That's what that tells me.
Yeah, exactly. These massive black machines, which look more at home in a warehouse.
Oh, is he going to make a joke out of that subhead? Is this the hot box ghost?
The hot box ghost. Yeah. They look more at home in a warehouse than limited. They're Disney's latest attempt to address the blistering heat that builds up in the attractions waiting area. Now that Rivers of America are being drained behind construction walls, the move has left many fans scratching their heads, wondering why the company has allowed one of its most famous rides to descend into such an embarrassing state. The queue that's become a hot box, not unlike the hot box ghost. Yes, the Haunted Mansion queue has always been exposed, but it didn't used to be unbearable. One of the biggest factors at play here is the loss of the Rivers of America. That large body of water once sat alongside the queue, providing natural cooling and airflow. Water moderates temperature, creating subtle relief for guests as they lined up for the ride. Beyond that, the openness of the river allowed breezes to circulate, preventing the area from becoming stagnant. Hey, look, there's another one of my pictures. This is so frustrating to me because this is clear. Let's go back to the pictures of the fans. I'm going to show you. It's very clear, again, that when they started doing this, they didn't have the forethought that this was going to affect these.
And in bygone days, if they'd said, okay, we're going to bite the bullet and tear out the river, meanwhile, what does that change for everything around it? And they would have anticipated this and thought about it and done something about it as part of the plan. But now there is none of that. There's none of that thinking.
No, and that's what is so frustrating. And that's what makes me believe that the project overall is not going to be done in 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. I think that the more they dig into Tom Sawyer's Island and crunch up the, former Rivers of America. I mean, think about what they have to take out. I don't think that the island can be used as any infrastructure for what they're building as Piston Peak. It doesn't look it. From what I can tell, just looking at what has to happen at that construction site, it's so much because it's not just Piston Peak. It's also Villains Land. Disney is saying it's all going to happen together. It's all going to happen at once.
This is a knee-jerk reaction from them to try to cope to Epic is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well,
but their knee jerked a little late, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
It's not like they didn't have warning.
No, they
sounds very government.
They played it off like it was no big deal until it became a big deal, and now they're scrambling.
Well, when you look at what happened,
I would, with all respect, quibble with the word scrambling. Shuffling maybe, but not scrambling. It's scrambled, Jim, but not as we know it.
It's just, I look at what happened.
But you're right, Ron. They're going to run into pipes they didn't know about, wires they didn't know about, all kinds of stuff that is lost in the annals of history.
Well, I think at Epcot, when they finished Journey of Water and realized we don't have the resources to have water over here for Journey of Water and still have a nice fountain in the center of the park, it was always in every single concept art plan, even the revamped ones for the center of Epcot, there was always some type of a fountain, even a dumbed down fountain in that. And what we got was a planter that, if you look at it from above, looks like it's giving birth to Figment half the year. It's not, I mean, it's not an appropriate look. Fortunately, nobody sees it from above, but still,
Well, I just will tell you that when corporations get a little sloppy with record keeping, weird stuff happens. I'm sure you've all seen, certainly in the movie Earthquake, if not in reality, the original Black Tower at Universal in Hollywood, in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I happen to know somebody who was working for Universal at the time that they merged with Polygram. And they decided to do a survey of all the real estate that they owned and rented all around the world to see if they could consolidate some things and therefore not have to have so much, on the line, because both companies had offices in similar places and all that. When they got to the Black Tower, which is 12, 14 stories tall, maybe, and it's a perfectly square building, they found that because over the years, people had repartitioned and changed and moved walls, on the records, no two floors had the same number of square feet. Conjure that, if you will. It's a physical impossibility, even with the space taken up by elevator shafts and interstitial stuff. But that's where the records were. They had let them go so bad. So, and then we've all heard about how one of the reasons why Tiana was such a big deal was that there was mold and all kinds of terrible stuff happening in that building that they didn't figure on when they first estimated doing it. And it's like, first you look at what you got, guys, and see what's really there. But nobody knows. Nobody really knows. And so at that point, you say, well, then we just level the whole thing and start from scratch. Well, that's the argument for why they wanted to do it there rather than outside of existing park stuff. Was, well, we won't have to add all the infrastructure. We won't have to add all the power and water and gas and all the rest of it. It's already there. We'll just reroute it. Yeah, from where to where? We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I think we still have audio, but I'm guessing everybody's video has frozen because my browser.
I'm seeing everybody blink and move, but you.
Oh, shoot.
But the cold never bothered you anyway.
No, I just I appear to be well, my browser is.
It caught you with a sad look on your face too. It's a damn shame. Oh, there he goes.
Well.
Anyway.
Hi all. So welcome to the
Having more technical
show.
difficulties than the Walt Disney Company. That's a pretty high mark to reach, or something.
Bob Iger just went back in time and took out Rod Bradley with his computer. And Jess is in Epcot before they took the fountain away, and secretly we're trying to battle for things. And
don't get me started about the fountain. For God's sakes, you look at that fountain at Epic and see what they do with it. And not just the fountain, but all the water that runs all the way up to the front way. Oh.
Yeah.
And then you look at, you know what? They never heard of the Bellagio. They never heard that people like to watch water move.
Ron,
and hopefully not to smell. So you're back. My God.
I tried the attack of the Bob. Yeah, well, I got Igered. At least, yeah.
Hey, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why they pulled all the fountains. Because thou shalt have no other showers but Bob's.
Well, you heard the rumor, Lou, right? The fountain from in front of the Muppets with Miss Piggy on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's for his third shower now.
Oh,
yuck. I don't have that shot, but I have seen the bioreconstruct aerial photo of the Muppets area. They're going pretty fast on that one. So it's really interesting because I'm very curious. It almost feels like it's taken priority, but I'm not sure if it's taking priority. Might just be because that's the easiest thing that they can do.
Well, you want to see fast. You want to see really fast. You go look at the construction photos. For those who don't know, Tokyo Disneyland is building an all new Space Mountain
Yep.
behind the building that was the old one. And by God, they're going fast. I mean, just astoundingly fast.
We're
And
lucky to get a refurb of the track.
Yeah, well, no, it's a whole new ride when they're done, and the demolition of the old one is going simultaneously with the building of the new building, and they're in a big hurry. So,
You know what they have at Tokyo? It's so funny because I live in Florida. I live 15 minutes from Walt Disney World. It should be the flagship park of all of the Disney parks of the world because they've got the space. They can do whatever they want.
because it makes them the money.
Tokyo Disney is so much better. It sucks that Tokyo is better. I mean, I feel like as an annual pass holder here, I should get a free plane ticket to Tokyo so I can see what the good stuff is.
No, but think about it for a minute. If you really want to encourage patronage at all the other parks, if you're a smart company, do you build another Cars Land, or do you say, hey, everybody who loves cars, let me show you what we've got in California at DCA? You got to go out there and try it.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the best ride they've done ever and never again since. It's the whole atmosphere of the area around it with the cones and the
back when they still knew how to
Radiator Springs is, in my opinion, the best thing that Disney has done as far as immersion is concerned, because when you're in that area, Radiator Springs at DCA, it feels like you're in the movie, and that's what it's supposed to feel like. Whereas the problem with Galaxy's Edge is it's not in any movie. Whoever was the person that thought let's make this something that's not in a Star Wars movie was an idiot. I'm just gonna say it, like a complete idiot. That's not what people want. People don't want to make their own story in a place that doesn't exist.
You're right, but there's one thing you're wrong about. You used the word they were an idiot. They still are an idiot.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, you know, it's a question of accepting reality. I happened earlier today to come across an interview with Mark Hamill, and he was talking about doing some stage show in London, and Carrie Fisher was there and came backstage and started giving him crap about the bio he had in the program. She says, what is this where it says starred in a series of outer space oriented movies? You can't just mention the names of the movies? And he said, well, this is the theater and they don't care about. And she held him by the shoulders and she looked in his eyes and she said, I'm Princess Leia. You are Luke Skywalker. Get used to it. You know? But not KK.
KK.
Who's got to be gone real soon, by the way, because if
obviously with Gina,
they're actually eager to work with Gina again, she can't work with that crowd.
No, I don't. I'm still thinking she's not going to go work with them. She's doing it to go work with other people.
Well,
she didn't want the black mark.
I think there's still some stuff out there. I think there's no doubt in my mind that her agency dumped her at the behest of Disney, and they're not part of the settlement. So we shall see. We shall see. Anyway. What else we got besides Scummy Rivers and
hey, I want to bring something up, Bron, that you got to look at your chat.
I see. Yeah. Well, okay. I see it. If you guys can hear me, I'm going to put it on the screen momentarily.
You look shocked.
Oh my God.
Can you hear me though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh no.
Nita, do you need an adopted son?
or just, a good friend.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't play the celebration for you, Nita, but thank you so much.
Let's do the hand dance.
Okay, we got it. I can do a good Trump dance for you too, if anybody wants that.
I can play a little bit guitar, but then I'd blow out everybody's ears.
I think Iger did get to him, Dan. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
But Nita, we will get you your real celebration as soon as Ron can get back on.
Nita is a celebration all by herself. She truly is.
Yep.
And we appreciate
Nita's awesome. Wow. that conversation.
Thank you so much.
And aside from being generous and charitable and cheerful and all those other things, the woman has great taste, you know.
Something to do with bacon, right?
That's true. I had her try my bacon, and she liked that too.
There you
Good
go.
bacon, good ham, good stuff.
There's other Ron's account saying his browser froze back in a moment. So
So that's Ron from the future going back to the past.
Well, like I said, the cold never bothered his browser anyway, so let it go. Let it go. Virginia, you should jump in as guest hostess with the
there you go.
mostest. Yeah, Dan's Life at the Kingdom. Everyone loves bacon, but this is the best bacon on planet Earth, bar none. If you go to Benton's, go look up Benton's, Bentons, bacon or ham, and trust me on this one. If you like smoky. If you don't like smoky, you won't like it. But
is it crispy bacon or floppy bacon?
Of course. If you cook it right.
I want it flubbery.
Good. This is better.
I like floppy bacon. I don't know why.
I like flubbery bacon. I can't do crispy. Just no.
Yeah.
Well, it's how you cook it, you know. But this is the best bacon on planet Earth, and all the great chefs of the East Coast and the West Coast send for it, and and they make great ham too.
Is this something that you can buy in stores?
No, well, there's a couple stores near where they are that have it, but no, it's mail order. But and I'll give you a tip, as I did. You know, it's 1 pound packages, but if you buy 4 at a time, that's about where the shipping price break is. So you might as well buy 4 because you're going to want them. Believe me.
You sound like you've purchased this a couple times before.
Oh, just back when I lived in California, I used to have it sent in. Now it's about a half-hour drive away. So I
And why am I just finding out about this now?
I don't know, but better late than never.
I feel robbed.
We need to get them as a sponsor for the show. Just
They don't-
bacon as a sponsor.
Oh, now I can do it. Yay. Thank you. Just Nita, thank you. Thanks for this fun but sad show tonight. Did it put me backwards? Hold on a second. I got to change something in my appearance. God.
You're fine, Ron.
It
looks right.
It's not that.
Uh-oh.
Here, if you want to put it in the chat, here's their Wikipedia page. So we're not selling anything, but
That I will.
let's see.
There we go. There we go. All right, now I can figure out myself. Thank you very much, Just Nita. That calls for a long celebration, guys. Hopefully, the celebration doesn't ruin the show. Now, for those who have not been on the show before, bless you. For those who haven't, when we celebrate, if you are a member of the channel, we have custom emojis. We throw those down in there. It's a dance celebration. It's a long celebration. It's a fun celebration. So the idea is you throw down your emojis in the chat. Doesn't matter if they're custom emojis that you're a member of the channel or just like fireworks or dance or whatever. Celebrate with us because we love to celebrate. Celebration is what we do here. So let's see if I can
lost
find
Lou.
We did.
We lost Lou. He'll be back after
dropping like
the
flies.
celebration. Let's see if I can get this to work.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. It's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy for it.
All right. Well, we don't have Lou back yet, although he might have dropped because I know that he's got to prep for the pro show later as well. So if he comes back, great. If we've lost Lou for the night, thank you so much, Lou Wasserman's Ghost, for being here. And thank you again, Jess Nita, so much for that incredible generosity. We absolutely appreciate that. And hopefully better equipment is on the way as well. I don't really know if it's my equipment or the internet. Again, Spectrum, the repair guy, was here earlier today, so I don't know if it's a browser issue or if it's something else. But everything it's really weird because when it's working fine, and then all of a sudden, then it's just not. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Yeah, so computer issues all around, as it turns out. That's okay. We are all good. Let's go to the next story that we have and see if I can put this on the screen because I lost my thing. Okay. Oh, Arlene Navo, that is okay. I see your chat there. I appreciate you being here. Oh, and of course, I try to share one thing and my browser goes Fritz on me again. Let's see if it comes up or not. It's got to be. What do you think, Tom? Is it the browser that's trying to do not share things the right way, or what? Is it StreamYard?
No,
is it StreamYard assets.
It's not StreamYard assets. It sounds like something else is going on. I do not want to get technical on there.
But I mean, I don't fix it. I have nothing else running in the background. There's the only thing that is
what I mean.
Yeah.
There's something that's not letting your memory release, and it keeps your videos freezing up. There's some other things going on that we're not seeing. That we got
right, and I don't know what those things are. Anyway, I want to get this on the screen out of the numbers. This is the box office for the last weekend, okay? And you can see what's going on here. You've got Weapons by Warner Brothers, the #1 movie. Freakier Friday by Walt Disney. And these movies are down. I guess there's nothing new this weekend. I mean, Nobody 2 came out, but it didn't blow anything away. Fantastic Four had a $9 million weekend. Bad Guys 2 is still out there. Superman, $5 million weekend. When you look at two movies that should have been blockbusters,
I didn't even know what Weapons is.
I have no idea.
I don't know what it is either, but I haven't seen it advertised. So here's Superman. Superman has done a total of $594.6 million at the box office. Now, apparently it costs like $225 million to produce, and then you have to advertise it. Basically, this thing costs $500 million to get out to the public. It's not going to make that back at the box office. Maybe they'll recoup a lot of it in PVODs or something, whatever. I don't know. But it was mostly well received by audiences. I think there's, I'm starting to see true superhero fatigue. I just think people, at least this last year, people don't seem like they care about superhero movies. Uh-oh. Wow.
That's not good.
That was the numbers website, though.
Yep.
I'm gonna share this one instead over here because I wanted to go to this.
Numbers up.
Yeah. I actually have had trouble with the numbers website as well on all my devices lately. So that could be something with their servers. But this is out of thatparkplace.com. Chris Pratt. And the reason why I'm going to this is because it's going to make it really, really interesting when it comes to superhero movies. There's a possibility that Chris Pratt is going to end up leading the superhero movies, and he is out there defending the Trump administration and RFK Jr., which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think I find it to be an interesting story. Now, I would think if I feel like prominent entertainers, it's better for them to not voice their opinion on either side, regardless of what anybody might think. You want everybody to buy your tennis shoes, right? And who is it? Michael Jordan that famously said, Republicans buy tennis shoes, Democrats buy tennis shoes, everybody buys tennis shoes. Same thing with movies. You want everybody to go. But let's see what the article says, because I am curious if I can even get to it. This is so frustrating. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, at least you can still hear me. So here's what's going on, Tom. I don't know if you noticed that the show ran really well for a long time. So what the hey diddle is going on? That it's
hardware related and probably something going on with some registry entries. I need to look at it, Ron.
I understand that.
You need to bring the computer to me.
I know, but you're an hour away.
You've driven farther.
I have, and it's when I get a chance, I'll go.
And I have good coffee.
There you go. That's all that matters.
I know you don't drink coffee.
Actually, I do, but that's another. It's the best part of waking up.
I don't have Folgers.
This is so ridiculous. Every time I go to just try to move the screen, I get the circle thing, and it just says here's what it says, Tom, on it says that my browser, and I'm using Brave, which I have been told is the best browser to use, but that's freezing up. All right. Chris Pratt defends the Trump administration and RFK Jr. Bill Maher joins in shocking agreement. So this has got to be an interesting story. This is by Marvin Montanaro out of That Park Place. Hollywood has long been a place where public figures keep in line with the prevailing political winds. Speaking positively about Donald Trump or his administration is generally a career hazard for actors working under the Disney umbrella or starring in Marvel blockbusters, yet in a stunning turn. One of the biggest names in entertainment has broken that mold. Chris Pratt, beloved by audiences as Star-Lord in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy films, went on Bill Maher's podcast and defended the Trump administration, earning rare public agreement from Maher himself. And this is the Pratt pushes back on hatred politics. Now, this is smart because we are taught we are not supposed to hate anybody. Appearing on Maher's Club Random podcast, Pratt rejected the idea that opposition to Trump should mean rooting for failure. He made it clear that regardless of partisan divisions, the success of an administration should be welcomed if it means better outcomes for the American people. Duh. It's okay, so he stated the obvious, and what should be obvious. He goes, I'd hate to be so mired in hatred for the president that any success from his administration is something I'd have an allergic reaction to, Pratt said in a statement that can be felt like a shockwave throughout Hollywood, where hating Trump has become a failing industry. I want them all to be successful. Pratt specifically cited Trump's appointment of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Married into the Kennedy family through Katherine Schwarzenegger, Pratt has unique proximity to RFK Jr. and applauded his initiatives aimed at removing terrible toxic stuff from children's foods. The funny thing about this is that is in line with what Michelle Obama was trying to do during the Obama administration. She was also pretty much kind of on the same side as we see RFK Jr. on. And simply because RFK Jr. aligned himself with Trump, people are against him, even though it's the same people that were for Michelle Obama when she was trying to do the exact same thing. There are certain issues out there that are not political, and I wish people could understand that. It's so weird. His point was simple. If an administration is delivering on policies that improve lives, Hollywood shouldn't be allergic to admitting it. And Bill Maher's unexpected agreement, what happened next, may have been even more shocking. Bill Maher, a comedian who has built his career as a liberal critic of conservatives, not only listened, but agreed with Pratt. He's not crazy, Maher said, speaking of RFK. What makes us sick is the toxicity. He later went on to note, I said to him when he was here, I don't agree with everything you said. I don't think your father would either, but your father would be so proud that you stuck to your guns like more than anybody. I mean, this guy, when this guy believes something, you cannot move him off it with your bribes. That's for better and worse. And you can see that they all went to dinner together. Maher has recently rallied against what he calls pre-hating, the instinct to despise Trump or his allies before policies are even implemented. Here in real time, he validated Pratt's argument that reflexive hatred helps no one and corrodes the culture. Maher also recently attended a dinner at the White House with Trump, facilitated by Kid Rock, after which Maher offered Trump praise, much to the chagrin of the Hollywood liberal elite. In a media environment where Hollywood voices overwhelmingly condemn Trump, this exchange stood out as a rare moment of common ground. An A-list Marvel star and an HBO host agreeing that civility and pragmatism matter more than political vendettas. Yeah, that's a good thing. It's an amazing thing. Let's see if my browser would be pragmatic.
You're stuck in time again. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's oh, there is Pratt and Bob Iger together. Hopefully that is pulling up. Yeah, I believe it is.
He might want to check to make sure it doesn't rub off.
Right.
Chris Pratt is not a fringe player in Hollywood. He's the face of Disney, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, the lead of Universal's Jurassic World series, and one of the most bankable stars in the business. Yes.
They should have him doing more than they have Mr. Pascal.
Well, that's the rumor. The rumor is that they're going to pivot to that. A figure with that level of industry independence on Disney feeling comfortable speaking publicly about not hating Trump's administration is extraordinary. Disney has leaned heavily into progressive branding over the past decade, with Marvel often positioned as one of its most politically vocal banners. Pratt's words disrupt that carefully curated narrative. Of course, Pratt has faced scrutiny from online activists many times in the past. His church attendance, perceived conservatism, and reluctance to broadcast his left-leaning politics have all been used to label him as different from his Hollywood peers, which in that world is a cancelable offense. But this latest move is his most direct statement yet, a willingness to defend a Trump-led initiative without apology. And I think that is an important thing to make note of. What do you think, Jess? Are you a fan of Chris Pratt? Do you care one way or the other about the way these guys weigh in? Or is it a pragmatic statement that says, hey, if the person in charge is doing what they should be doing, why are we arguing against them?
So first of all, yes, I agree with that point. But I think someone like Chris Pratt, who I do like a lot, I like his work as an actor, and I think he seems like a pretty decent human being. I think that for all the noise that you get coming from one side most of the time, somebody who has some different views has every right to be able to step in and say, like, hey, I don't agree with everything, the rest of Hollywood is saying. So it's refreshing, I think, to hear it. I don't think he ever says things in an abrasive or disrespectful way. I think he's always been really good understanding that his fans probably come from both sides of the aisle, but he's still open about his beliefs. And I think that that's kind of refreshing in the current climate.
I seem to be frozen again.
You are. You look very interested in what I have to say.
Yes.
He looks like he's like, what do you have on your nose?
I know, right?
You know, the funny thing is I'm watching this on the monitor, and while all you guys were frozen to me on the monitor, it still seemed to be okay, which I thought was interesting. So at least things are working that way. Thank you, Go and Shogi, who is saying don't forget to please do hit the like button. Yes, indeed. And Chris Pratt is genuinely a really great person. He's a very proud advocate for kids with special needs like his son.
Yeah.
And yeah, Michelle Obama is permitted to be successful, but Kennedy not, because he is a supporter of Mr. President Trump. Amazing how politics works. It's ridiculous. That's again, my issue is that if the Biden administration had done anything well, I would have said great. I don't know that they did. It's like it's perhaps something happened that was great. I'm not aware of it if it was. Certainly when it comes to this health stuff, the Make America Healthy Again, the MAHA movement under RFK, like you can look around and you can see that America needs to become more healthy. You know, here's the funny thing. Who either of you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite.
Okay, so I finished watching it. Very inconsistent show. Had really good episodes, had really crappy episodes. Really inconsistent, like super, super inconsistent. But the character of Leslie Knope was a very consistent character. And one of the things that she was always an advocate for health because her town, Pawnee, had the third or fourth highest obesity rate in the United States. Obviously, a fake town, but she'd be one of those people that should be 100% on board with everything that RFK is saying, but politically, she's completely against him. And I'm frozen again.
And he's excited on camera.
Oh, look at my
screenshot it.
Nice. Yeah, right. But you know what? It's funny because if the microphone still works, I'm okay with that. At least we're getting something there. Anyhow, my point being is that in Parks and Rec, like Leslie Knope was actually friends at the end of the series. She was friends with the Bidens, like she was at their house. Really funny thing about that series, and hopefully I'll unfreeze at some point in time. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You're good.
Okay. So I'm watching the series, and the final episode of the series takes place in various years in the future. So there is a snippet from the year 2025. That's this year. That show aired in February of 2015. Now, in the year 2025, the character of Leslie Knope is at the Biden's house. Jill and Joe Biden themselves are in the episode. Now, it's clearly not the Joe Biden of 2025 because in 2015, Joe Biden was very coherent and he was fine with the lines. But what was really, really funny is that Jill says to Joe, you're just mad. You're just still mad because you lost. And I thought, they predicted his loss.
Oh my goodness!
Years ago.
Well, you got to remember, he tried to get. I think, if I remember correctly, he tried to get a presidential ticket a long, long time ago.
Yep.
And that was slapped down for perjury.
Oh yeah,
perjury?
That was the 1980s.
It was.
Yeah.
He tried to run several occasions, and in 2016. He had a family tragedy, so he didn't run that year. And I don't think that he personally ever wanted to run or even be president. I think that was all Jill, but that's just a,
I'm not going to go there.
Just let it go.
Let's not go there. Let's keep it frozen.
Yeah. Big time. Nice pun.
Have you ever heard the metal version of that song?
No,
Yes.
but now I feel like I need to.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I sent it to you. Ron. I think I sent you something.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I know I heard it a long time ago.
Well, there's a couple of versions. There's a couple of them, and there was also a metal version of that song by Moana, "Looking on the Water."
Oh, nice.
How far I'll go?
Yeah, how far I'll go.
I thought that was a very inappropriate song for Moana to be singing.
I gotta send you that metal version.
I just don't think that a 16-year-old should be looking out over the water and questioning just how far she's going to go in a Disney.
You're taking it the wrong way, Ron. That's wrong.
She's like, how far I'll go? Come on, you're 16. Don't talk about that. There's kids watching this. Don't do that.
Hey, you were 16 once. You thought the same dang thing.
I did not.
Liar.
Good church going. When I was 16, I was in Israel. So
were you really?
Yeah, I actually had my 17th birthday in Israel, and
that's pretty awesome.
I lived.
Did you go to kibbutz?
I did. I didn't live on a kibbutz, but we did visit a kibbutz, and so I could understand. We actually picked grapefruit, and it was so delicious and so fresh. Nice. It was the best grapefruit I've ever had. Yes, I was frozen again. Thanks, Kanan. By the way, Kanan, good to meet you the other day. It was Kanan and I met up at the Animal Kingdom, and it was a blast. So thank you so much for inviting me.
They have animals.
They do have animals. We saw the wall together, so that was awesome. Yeah. Anyhow, getting back to Chris Pratt, I just think that Bill Maher has. I wouldn't say that he's shifted to the center at all, but here's what's so funny is I think that the far leftists are probably trying to cancel Bill Maher, saying that he's become a righty, a right-wing guy. There are so many others that they haven't really shifted where they are. They're still liberal. They're still left of center for sure, but fair and pragmatic and not hateful. And that's the problem that we get from people that have shifted too far into either direction, really. But I just see it personally. I see it more coming from the left. But hate doesn't belong anywhere in society. So we just need to stop with that. And if somebody does something right, give them credit for it. It's pretty much that simple. Speaking of something right, we are about to end this stream, and we're going to be getting over to the pro show shortly. I want to make sure trying to check and see if there's any other short thing that I wanted to cover real quick. There's so much news that has gone down. MSNBC, we'll probably be talking about that on the pro show, changing their name. Basically the NBC is gone. It's MSNOW, I think. Anyway, anything else that I try to go to is probably going to stop the stream or freeze me up. Yep, there it is. Not responding. And
ice, baby.
Well, the one thing that I've learned about this is the best thing for me to do is kind of just wait to let it clear.
Yeah.
And not do anything else. All right. But let me get that off of here. One thing I do want to share, for those that were following me on the Daily Dish, you know that I always shared my shop. So I wanted to share that with you and show you that I've got a lot of new merchandise with the family avatar logo. It now actually has the little YouTube icon. So that people know what it is if you happen to be wearing a t-shirt with it on it, or have one of the mugs.
I don't think you're a weird stalker saying you're going to follow somebody's fun.
Look, we live in a day and age where people know what it is to follow people. Yeah, so there's what the design looks like on a t-shirt. Heck, on the back of the t-shirt, if you scan that, you can bring up the YouTube channel. So there it is.
There you go.
So we've got the Follow the Bradleys Fun. That design is new, and we've got a ton of brand new
How
products.
big are
So look,
those
there's
coffee cups?
those
Do they have
are
do you have a jumbo size coffee cup?
These I think are the regular size coffee cups, the coffee mugs.
Man.
Coffee tea mug. And then we've also got, and this is a brand new design for those who are fans of the dish. We have the dish as a design now. So you can see the Follow the Bradleys Fun logo and the dish. And it also has on the back where people can scan in there. So if you're trying to wear that hoodie to like not be seen, that's probably not the hoodie that you want to wear.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to try.
Yeah, but
I'm a little polarizing as it is.
we've got bags, we've got coffee mugs, we've got adjustable aprons. So all of this stuff has the dish design on it. We've still got the Make Disney Walt Again stuff. That has the Make Disney Walt Again. No association to the channel or anything like that. It's just you buy it and you wear it when you want to tell people that, boy, we wish Disney would get back to being Disney. This is really funny. Yeah.
He's right.
William is correct here. Those on the left are wanting Bill Maher canceled just because he met with Trump. That's true. It's so ridiculous. Baby, do you like the new items? I also want to get especially this picture of my wife. I think that would be a good picture for her on a shirt. So we're gonna put you on a shirt. Yes. Oh, thank you, Goen Shogi, for sharing that out. So if you are looking for the link to this shop, there is the link. And I gotta check periodically. We have stuff. If you are a member of the channel, I will send out a heads up to channel members when we have discounts on the merch coming up. So you would check the post tab on YouTube, and you'll see a members only post, and you'll see when you can have your members only discounts on the merch.
Hey, Ron.
Boom.
You said for your super chat goal of 5.
So let's get Jessica. Jessica, where are you at? What are you doing? What do you got going on your channel?
Yeah, so I was just up
You're
at
muted.
Cedar Point. Oh, am I? Am I muted?
I don't hear
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. Let me see if this hears you.
Weird tech night.
Talk and let me see.
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. You're
Okay.
fine.
Good deal. Yeah, so I was up with my kiddo who starts 5th grade tomorrow, by the way, which is crazy. We went and saw some of the updates that are coming up for Halloweekends up at Cedar Point. I completely plan on getting my Nobu necklace, but we will be going to Halloweekends off and on. Oh, is it good now?
You're back. You did
Okay. I'm not too sure what was happening. But yeah, I was just saying we're doing some Halloweekends updates up at Cedar Point, going to get our Nobu necklaces because thank you, Virginia. Because I'm a big baby, but we're gonna check that stuff out, try to get more updates and stuff on the channel, as well as out on socials. So please follow me. I'd love to, hear from you guys, shoot me a message and connect with me out there. Oh, I hear myself.
And I think my guess is that I can't hear anything. Tom, speak.
Woof. Woof.
Yeah, that's it. It's me. Again, I can't hear anything on my end. But Tom, I'll give you the floor. It should work fine. Let everybody know what's up with you.
Well, I'll be swinging this wrench around for a couple people. I will be Ron show. Morena's on the weekend. This week is going to be weird. I got some things coming up with family that we got to take care of. But other than that, I'll be around, and I plan to do some other streaming soon. And more rocket launches and some more videos, outings with the dogs, if I can arrange that right. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. Hey, Ron, I wanted to bring up a question to you. Since Nita did that awesome super chat, what do you mean by fly the Oxnard colors? For your goal.
Say that again.
Your goal, you said you're going to fly the Oxnard colors. Wouldn't that
That had the colors of O'Gord. It's because I was watching the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ah, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that was a Guardians of the Galaxy reference that had nothing to do with anything, really. So
okay.
Anyhow, Going Shogi, can you share out Jess Hart's Theme Parks and Tom F's channels, please? The funny thing is, even though I can't hear anything back here, I'm assuming that, yeah, you guys can hear me just fine, which is really weird. I want to see if perhaps in settings there's something I can do about that. Let me look at my audio. All right, let me see if did I get it back?
Can you hear us?
So Ron toy to a droid cam.
And I still don't think I can hear anything else going on. All right, you guys talk to me and see if I can hear you now.
How about now?
Nope, can't hear you. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Going Shogi, for sharing that out. I appreciate that. No. It's I have this. It's there's a delay when I listen on this though. Yeah, appreciate that, baby. We are going to head over to the Pro Show after this, guys. So if you're watching now, you don't have to change that dial. We will get right over to the WDW Pro Show. Again, Nita, thank you so much. Izzo's Place for chiming in. Member for 13 months. And this is huge support from Nita. I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Lou Washerman's Ghost, for being here. And thank you, Tom F. as well. And I probably won't be able to hear it, but we are going to send you out with the outro. I tell you what, the next time that you come in, all right, remember this show has technical difficulties, so come in like this.
Lowered expectations.
And then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you over on the Pro Show. Have a good night, everybody. Until next time. Ciao. We'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop.